the viewers, welcome to the Diwali special edition of Home Cooking with me, Hema Subramanian. Today I'm going to show you how to make a very simple and popular North Indian sweet, Rasagulla. I have the ingredients here. I have about 1 liter milk, 5 cups of water, 1.5 cups of sugar, the juice of 1 small lime, 1 teaspoon of maida, white flour and 1 teaspoon of sugar, and I also have some rose essence. You would need a strainer, a muslin cloth because we need that to strain the paneer later on. So let's get started. We need to first boil the milk. So while the milk is boiling, we can start making the sugar syrup. For that you would need about 5 cups of water. Rasagulla is one of the oldest and most popular sweets from North India. It was originally from Orissa, and now we eat it everywhere in India, and it's made purely with milk. It's very simple. Though it looks complicated, it's quite simple to make. So let's see how it's made here today. So you can see the milk, as the milk is boiling, this is a good time to add the lime juice. Let it continue to boil and it will slowly curdle. So you can see it's curdled beautifully. So once you've made sure that it's curdled, the milk is curdled completely, you can see the way, you need to strain this in a muslin cloth and remove the whey. You have to let it cool down and then you have to knead it. I think this is enough, so I'm going to turn it off the stove. You can make about 12 to 15 rasagullas for 1 liter of milk. So make sure you strain it completely, remove the whey. It has to cool down before you start kneading it. So tie it. So leave it in there for some time. You can see the whey water has come out. So I'm going to just let it sit there till the remaining whey water is strained, and then make sure it's completely dry. Squeeze it out completely. It's a bit hot now, so I'm just going to let it sit, and then you will have to knead it. So while that is sitting there, I'm going to start off with the sugar syrup. The water is hot enough, so I've just let it simmer for some time. I'm just going to add the sugar. This is about 1.5 cups of sugar. So I've strained it and removed all the whey water. I've just squeezed it tight, and you can see how nice it is, nice and firm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this, let it cool down because I need to knead it, and if it's hot it will be difficult. I need to cool it down and then I will knead it. So now it's come to room temperature. I'm going to just transfer this into the bowl and I'm going to knead this. To this I'm going to add, now here I have a teaspoon of maida. So I'm just going to slowly add, I'm not going to add all of it. I'll just slowly add. This will help in binding, and you need to knead it nicely till you get a nice smooth texture. So you can get even rasagullas, nice even balls. And I'm also going to add a little bit of sugar to this to add that little sweetness, you need that little sweetness. So do it gradually, don't be in a hurry and put everything at a time. Just do it slowly, incorporate it slowly. Just going to add a little more. Take a little, don't take too much, because if you take small quantity you can make small balls, so when you cook them they actually become bigger. You can make a nice perfect ball like this. It may not be even in all sides like the ones you get in the shop, but if you can try and get them, it's wonderful. But when they cook and they become bigger, it's just nice and soft. So that's what you're looking for here. You don't want it to be hard. Your rasagullas have to be soft and tender. So this size is a perfect size. So if you make bigger balls, then you'll get bigger rasagullas. So make sure you keep them small. You can see that the syrup has been boiling now, and the consistency is perfect. Okay, I'm going to drop them gently into the sugar syrup. So now I've added all the balls into the sugar syrup. You need to boil it for about 15 minutes. Close the lid, let it cook for about 15 minutes. Now I've turned off the stove. The rasagullas are done. They've been cooking in the sugar syrup for about 15 minutes now, and you can see they've nicely puffed up, become nice big balls. They're nice and soft. First I'm going to remove the rasagullas, and then I will pour the syrup into it. I'm going to slowly pour the syrup. And you have to completely cool this before you add the rose essence. It has to come to a room temperature, only then the flavor of the rose essence will be incorporated into the rasagullas and the sugar syrup. So you have to wait till it comes to room temperature to do that. The rasagullas have cooled down, the syrup has come to room temperature. So now I'm going to add the rose essence. Just add quarter teaspoon. I think that should be enough, just to give a nice fragrance and a lovely aroma to the rasagullas. It definitely increases the flavor of the rasagullas with the rose essence. Mix it. The essence will be quite strong, so don't add too much. Just add quarter teaspoon. I think that should be enough. Garnish it just with rose petals. So here you have this delicious rasagullas. Try them and enjoy them for your Diwali. So now that you've seen how to make these delicious rasagullas, do try them for this Diwali. Enjoy your Diwali. Wish you all a very safe and sweet Diwali.